I wanted to talk about the importance of setting goals and having a vision where you want to go in your life. I think that a lot of people have problems with lots of different things. They have problems with, like, people get depressed. There's people who get, crazy drunk and high all the time. And I don't think that, like, in moderation, stuff like that isn't, like, that bad. Like, I don't think, like, certain stuff is just bad. Like, cocaine and crap like that. That stuff's bad for you. But, like, weed and junk like that, people smoke. Smoking's bad for you. I mean, it's all bad for you. But in moderation, it's not horrible. I don't think you're, like, a horrible person because you do that stuff. So don't get that into your head. But I think that a lot of people have a problem with this stuff because they're, like, bored. They don't have anything they want to do. They don't have anything they want to work at. They don't have any goals. They don't have a vision. So this is kind of what they do with their life instead. They go and get high all the time. They all get crazy drunk. And they use it as a way to kind of cover up their problems and to ignore the fact that they don't have any sense of direction. Or they don't realize it. It's like a subconscious thing almost. It's like they don't have anything to do. They're, like, depressed. They're bored. So that's what they do with their time instead. So you need goals. And I think it's a big thing with people with depression, too, is because they get, like, depressed and they feel bad, and it's just, like, everything kind of stops and comes to a stop in their life, and it just feels like it's just awful. It sucks. And what you need to do is you need to have something you want to work towards. You have to find what you want in life and go towards it. And, you need different visions, you need different goals. So I'll explain this a little bit here. So a vision is like where you see yourself in the future. That's where you want to be. All right, and you have a vision, then you make goals so that you can get to your vision. All right, so you have a vision, you have your goals, then you plan. So think of the vision as like a big elephant, and the goals are the bite size. Like, you're trying to eat this elephant, so you cut the elephant up into pieces, and the goals are the pieces, and the plan is the planning is like your forks and your knives. You use to eat the elephant. All right. And we talked about this in NYLT, which is something I was part of in Scouts. So those of you who've been in NYLT, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. So that's what you need. You need a vision, and they can be you can have smaller visions, like just to get in shape. Like that isn't like a huge thing. It's not like you want to be the president of the United States. Like your vision can be as small as you want it to be, or as big as you want it to be. We taught at NYLT, if you can see it, you can be it. That's what we told. That's what we told the participants. That's what we said that constantly. If you can see it, you can be it. So if you can see yourself there, that's what you have to do. You sit and imagine. Just visualize yourself being there, and then you have to figure out what you want to do. So you need these in your life. You need the visions, you need goals, and you need the plans to get things. You want to accomplish things. That's what life is all about, is accomplishing things and getting better, improving yourself and improving your situation. And that's what you need. That's what people need to do in their lives. I think a lot of people are like lacking this. I know that's something that like I've kind of gotten like these slumps, and it's just because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And make sure what you're doing now is what you want to do. So sit down and think about it. Evaluate where you're going in your life and create yourself some visions. Think long term. Where you want to be in the future? What do you want? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want your life to look like? Then think you can think short term, like, oh, I want to get in better shape. Like, that's longer term. That's something that it's a lifestyle change. It takes a while to get to, and it's something you have to work at. It's not like I'm in crazy good shape. Like, I'm not talking like down to you, or like I'm like talking from experience, because I'm not in insane shape. I haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff, and that's something I need to work on myself. But like, that's something that you work towards long term. But it's like a shorter term goal than, let's say, you want to have a family and a big nice house and all these cars and stuff. Like, that's like a vision. So there's different, like I said, there's different visions. So you think of your vision. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? All right. Once you have your vision, what you can see yourself clearly being here or doing this at some time in your life, then you have to set the goals. So your goals, and they have to be, we call them SMART goals. It's an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and timely. So specific is like, you kind of measure it out. Like, I will work out, like, let's say your goal is, your vision is like to be in shape. Your goal is to, you break it up into goals. Like, I will diet this long, I will eat this and this and this. That's kind of like the planning goes into that. But like, you want to be specific, You want it to be measurable. That way you can see results along the way. You want it to be like I said, you set times on it, and that's like part of Timely. But you want it to be something you can measure. You can see results. So like break it up into chunks, and you want it so that once you see results, you're going to want to keep going. So you want it to be measurable, something you can measure. You want it to be attainable, something realistic. Like don't set some type of goal to like have a 6-pack of abs in 3 weeks, because that's probably not very realistic for you. You want it to be attainable, reasonable, or realistic. I think I've heard it both ways. So you want it to be realistic. So again, it's kind of like the attainable thing. It's got to be realistic, something you can achieve in the amount of time you set. Something that like can be done. All right, and really you can do anything that you set your mind to. All right, so like pretty much anything there's lots of things that are within reason. You have to know your limits and understand what you're capable of at the time. So that's kind of what it goes at, is what that means. So then Timely, like you pick a start date, pick an end date. All right, figure out when you want to be done by. That way you hold yourself to a standard and you don't get lazy, you don't procrastinate. And if you have a start date, pick like a start date. That's a big thing, is people just don't get started. Don't wait for an opportunity to come to you. Make the opportunity and take the initiative and go and do stuff, or else you won't ever get anything done. So you need to have smart goals, set goals, have a vision, set goals, and make your plans. So like planning would be like your visions to be in shape, your goals, to diet, to work out this many times a week. Or no, that'd be kind of more like planning maybe. So like your vision to be in shape, goal is to lose this much weight. Another goal is to put on this much muscle or to look better. And then you want to be more like specific than that. So like my goal is to lose 5% body fat. Planning is going to be like I'm going to go on a diet where I eliminate carbs and sugar, and then part of that can also be, another one of your plans or planning towards that goal is I'll get up every morning and I'll go for a run. So that's kind of how things work, and it can be big too. Like this is like it's scalable. You can go from like little tiny stupid things to like you get like a vision for your day, what you want to accomplish in that day, set goals, and then plan on how you're going to get those. And it doesn't have to be like crazy drawn out when it's small like that, but it can go all the way up to something huge, like becoming a billionaire or something like that, or you want to be president of the United States. It works for everything, and it's something that people need, is to have visions, and they need to work towards them. It's what, like I said, it gives your life some sense of purpose, and it gives you some meaning, and you're accomplishing things so you feel good about yourself. Alright, so that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about a vision. You get out a pencil, a pen, a piece of paper, get yourself a notebook, write out where you want to see yourself in so many years, where you want to be and what you want to do. And I understand, like, things can be hard. It's like getting places is difficult, achieving things is difficult, and living the life you want to live can be very difficult. Depending on how you are, what kind of person you are, and how you think, there's always going to be something in your way, always going to be something that limits you, and the world is not necessarily an easy place to be in. But you just have to, like, ignore that. Like, you have to have some confidence, and you have to go out there and do things. And when you do these things and you achieve things, you build your confidence, you build skills, you find people, you meet people who will help you get there. So that just your whole life, that's what you need to base it around, is getting places. Have a vision and work at it. And that'll give you motivation. That's what you need, something to work at. That way you don't get depressed. You're not just sitting doing nothing. You have to have something that you want to do, something you want to go after and you are passionate about. And that way, you have some type of a purpose. You're doing something. You're doing something that matters and that makes you feel good about yourself. Right? It gives you meaning. It's not like life can be hard, life can suck. There's lots of hard things and there's hardships, and having goals and getting to them and achieving them, and it makes everything kind of all worth it. It's not just like you're living some sucky life where you're not getting anything. It's like you're getting stuff done, you're achieving things. You feel good about yourself because you have the things that you want. You've achieved the things that you want. So you need goals, you need visions, and you need to work at them. And don't give up on them. It takes discipline. It takes hard work. Anything worth doing is not necessarily easy. All right, things are going to be hard, and you just have to deal with it and go after it. It'll be hard to you when you start. Things will be hard when you start, but eventually it'll be easy. That's all it is. It's about getting better. Life is about getting better and improving. So pick a goal, pick a vision, or figure out your vision, set your goals, plan, think about it, do some research, learn about the things you want to do, so that way you can make good, smart goals, and you can plan out everything well. So do your research, but don't sit around like paralysis by analysis. Don't read into it forever. Get the information you need, that way you can get started and go after it. Start. All right? So that's what you have to do. So think about it. Think about where you want to be and what you want to do with your life, and write it all out on a piece of paper, and then go to work at it. And there you go. That's something for you to do, and that give your life some meaning, some purpose. And you'll trust me, it'll be hard. It might be hard. It'll probably be hard. All right, expect it to be hard, but it'll be worth it. Once you start to get things done and you achieve things, it'll be worth it. You'll feel so much better about your life and just everything. So that's what you have to do. So make a vision and go after it.